Hey guys, little announced thing today. Thank you for joining us. We are going to put together backing music for a vocal track that did not have any music behind it. It was an a cappella track sent to us by one of our zoners. And because it was done a cappella, it didn't have necessarily a steady timing to it. But his pitch was very much in key, and that was a huge help. So we were able to put that together. Let me show you what we did. So let me get up. Okay, so in the dark blue here, you can see this is the vocal track that he sent us. And you can see I have it kind of set up to jump from one section and then over to another and over to another. These were his vocal phrases, and there's a reason that I had to chop them up. The very first thing that I did was, while I heard him singing, I just clicked tap tempo until my software understood how many beats per minute this was. It turned out that his timing was really close to 88 beats per minute, generally. So this is what he sent me. It just wants to keep showing you that. And no matter what we do, there's no avoiding it. You know what? I need to actually stop this. I know you love our intro screen. Okay, sorry. Okay, so the issue was I put together a drum part for this, and when I put the drums on it, it would be playing at 88 beats per minute, but it would kind of drift off of the timing for his vocals throughout the length of the track. So here's with the drums from the beginning. Okay, so what you saw there was I took each clip, and what I did is I just kind of zoomed in on each one, like if I zoom in on it, and I can look at where the beat is going to fall on my grid. And so if I take it from right here, I was able to move this vocal around, and you can see there's a hair of a gap. I had to add a little bit of a gap, and sometimes that was the case. Sometimes they actually sort of ended up almost overlapping. And so here's the next clip coming in. And okay, so here you can see a spot where one clip was ending, and the new clip I had to put in, and I had to kind of shove it forward in the grid a little bit because the beat's not where you think it is. And I think he took a moment to breathe there. All right, so that was step one, that I took his vocal, made a duplicate of the track, and then I just kind of cut his vocal phrases to bounce from one track over to the other track. And then that way, if they needed overlap, well, I had room for that without necessarily squishing anything that he had sang. And if it needed a gap, it needed a gap. Once we had that, it was kind of just a matter of putting a basic piano track on it. And I could hear this was a 1-4-5 progression behind it, judging from his melody. He was in the key of E flat. So here's what the piano I put in. Okay, and you're seeing here's the actual piano track here. something kind of weird about this. What I did is I then made a copy of this piano track, and I put it on just an acoustic guitar sound. This is a free plugin. I can tell you what this is. Ample. This is the Ample acoustic guitar, free plugin. Sounds nice. Then I made another copy of it over to some strings that I have going on in here. Just native to my DAW. So now I have piano, acoustic guitar, and cellos. Then very simply, I made one more copy of it, but I only took the left hand. I took everything from like just below middle C and up and erased it. And I just threw it on a bass line. This is also a plugin from, not a free one. It's not the Ample free bass. This is from Waves. It's the slapper, so you can hear when it goes on a high note. I have it set to just kind of tick, 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 tick. But again, I only played one thing, and we got strings, we got piano, we got acoustic guitar. I did end up adding just a couple little jaunty little piano fills like this. And in spots where I thought they sounded nice. That was actually kind of quick. Later, I did add a basic acoustic guitar, just kind of strumming the chords. And that goes along with the MIDI acoustic guitar that's in there to just kind of give it a, I think that's kind of the louder sound, but this is to kind of give it that little strummy kind of a feel. And then I put a shaker on it in stereo. I know it's kind of quiet. So I put it all together. I have this. And then I just put a little bit more work than what you're seeing into it, just kind of getting it mixed. I did change a lot of these volumes while I was soloing stuff so you could hear it in the video more clearly. But again, the steps were pretty simple. Take the a cappella vocal, and assuming it's in key, get the basic idea for the tempo for it, throw a basic drum track down so you have something, and then just take each phrase. Duplicate the vocal so you have two copies of it, and then grab each phrase and make sure that whatever the beat in the vocal is falls on the correct beat with the drum, and just repeat all the way through so you have the entire vocal going all the way through in time. I only had to play a 1-4-5 piano part. I duplicated that into strings, acoustic guitar, and grabbed the left hand for the bass line. Put a couple little piano fills in it. And then I capoed it first fret because he was in E flat, so I was able to just capo it first and play it in the key of D, 1-4-5. You're looking about maybe 20 or 30 minutes worth of work to get something behind a vocal. So I think it came out pretty good. This is from Zoner, a cool guy I've been talking to named Odie Jameer, who gave us permission to use his song for a little walkthrough tutorial for you guys. It's just something fun to do. Your studio might find itself in a situation. Hey, Joe Breitenbach is here. He says, hey, good afternoon. Did you do any timing changes in the vocal? Yeah, that was actually very much early addressed in the beginning of this vocal, Joe. I know you just got here. As soon as we're done, rewind back. You'll see how I did it. Hope you guys enjoyed this. And I'll see you all in the zone.